I mean, 140, I think, plus yards after last week. How important was it for you guys to come out and show, hey, we're going to rush the ball?
Yeah, I mean, it's just what we do. Our O-line, like, they gave us a task. Raheem gave us a task to, we have to establish a run game. We have to establish, like, everything that's going on so we can get the win. And that's what we did. But I just hats off to those guys, all 6, including Charlie, Kyle, like, Tegan, all those guys, all the receivers for blocking, and we'll just make them right. We'll just use, the gifts that we've been given by God, and that's what we did tonight.
And even with the offense stalling out, you see Parker Romo, who literally just got here, icing all those field goals. I mean, what was that like to watch?
Yeah, it was. I mean, for me, like, I love it because I just love my teammate, being successful. But, like, I told Parker before the game, I was like, bro, like, we can't put you out there, like, unless it's a PAT. Like, that's it. Like, PAT and that's it. But for him to come in clutch like he did and to help us get this win, like, man, it's huge off him, and I'm super happy for him for what he did for us.
Speaking of being happy for teammates, Tyler Algier gets a touchdown. I mean, I know that no one's happier than you to see that.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it's my dog. Like, people think, like, with me and him, like, we be, like, trying to beef with touchdowns and stuff. I'm like, nah, man, like, I'll try to be the first one down there when he scores as vice versa. So, like, I love my dude for scoring, and that's he works so hard to get those opportunities. I think he had like 76 yards or something like that. So, I mean, for us to be balling like that for throughout the whole game, it was pretty cool to see.
Also, balling was the defensive, especially rookie class. What was it like for you to be on the sideline watching what they were doing tonight?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like, it was very good to see. Like, that's a very good defense. They took pride in it. I thought I was tripping in the summer when I couldn't get off, when we couldn't break off, how we want to break, like, long runs and some passes because they were just, like, so amped up. They were stopping a lot. And I was like, man, I think we're really good, but, they show it in practice every single day. So for them to show this in the game, like, it's no surprise to us. But we know that, this is just 1 week, and we're going to continue to get better every single week. And it was cool to see the defense really show up, with those the two young guys, getting their picks. I swear Billy had 2, but whatever. But for Billy and Xavier to go off, for Jalon to have a sack, like, for James to continue to bring pressure, like, those guys are important. And it was good to see, like, all that for them this game. As the game started going on, like, we settled down, we breathed a little bit. We still have to get used to a crowd like that. So when we did that, like, man, we were clicking. We were all getting calls, and Zach was getting the call off at the right time, the right play, and that's what we did. And props to their crowd, but we came in here and try to silence them.
Like you said, there were a couple of pre-snap penalties early in the game, but you guys did settle into a rhythm. When did you feel that really shift offensively?
Really at the beginning of the game. It just felt like in the beginning of the game, like, we can call anything and it was going to work. And, I appreciate Zach. I know he was getting hardship last week, and, I think he's one of the best play callers in the world. Like, and he believes in us, he trusts in us, and he makes sure that, we're always prepared and ready to go for every single team. But for us to, like, go in there and be great and continue to just trust each other, like, especially with that crowd, like, it was huge.
It's early in the season, but for you to get a win on Sunday Night Football over a feisty Vikings team, coming off a win on Monday Night Football, what does it say about this team?
Yeah, I mean, it just showed that, we had to forget about the week before, or week before, and we have to just continue to move on, because if we continue to lull and think about what happened, the loss, then we won't be at our full potential. So I think just us continue to move on and, understand that we had a matchup today that's a very good team that we just played against. Like, the Vikings are always really good, so for us to come in here and get a win, especially their first home game with all the energy and everything, like, that just says a lot about this team. And, I'm very excited for what we can do next week.
Yeah, it's real special because, that's motivation for all of us, just for us to keep going. So next week, we'll stack the weeks and our class, we drafted well, like I said, not too long ago, but, I'm just excited for all of us.
Jalon, can I ask you about your celebration after the sack?
Yeah, I've been doing that for years.
That's McGregor.
Nah, that's the walk. That's the walk. But shout out to Conor McGregor, for inspiration. I've been doing that, since I was at Georgia for a while. So.
Right. Billy Strut is what he calls it.
Oh,
the billionaire strut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
How did it feel in that moment just to get that first sack out of the way?
It was good. It was here and there. The moment went quick, and just got to get back to the next play. And, I try to get more. So that was just more motivation for me to get me going.
Is today's game kind of just showing that the dominoes are falling, because there was only 1 sack in week 1, but what is it, 6 today? Is a big jump.
Right, progression throughout the week. We practice our training. We did a great job today. Rushing together as one. And like I said, this will stack weeks and weeks and weeks. And hopefully, that brings motivation for everybody in the room, for the D-line and for the outside backers as well.
How's Nate Ollie doing right now?
Excuse me.
How's Nate Ollie doing right now?
He's doing well. So you should holler at him. So.
Have you built a relationship with Bowman and Watts?
Of course,
being rookies.
yeah. Since day one, I knew of them in college,
right.
and getting the opportunity to be their rookie mate. Yeah, we spend time a lot.
The fact that you guys all had big plays in this game, all 4 rookies, that's pretty wild. That doesn't happen very often. What does that say about this class?
We draft well. Right, I was just cheering for everybody. I mean, plays will be made, and fortunate enough that all the rookies made a play. So.
What was it like being on the sideline, having to watch the offense in that hostile environment? Very loud, at least from the press box.
Yeah, it was just football. It's a part of the game. I had the opportunity to experience my first road game in a great environment, and I appreciate that, and expect a lot more road games, and that atmosphere as well.
So obviously you just got here. What does it feel like to kick all those field goals for this team and really help them win this game?
Yeah, it feels amazing. Like I was saying out on the field, it's just God's timing. Like I played for the Vikings 4 games last year, and it's really cool to be able to come back here. It's crazy that I know more of their guys than I do our guys, but that's my homework, is just to keep getting to know the team and be there for the guys and make points when they need me to.
What is it like coming into an operation with special teams? There's so many other people that are obviously involved with you making that field goal, and coming in just cold like that. What was that like this week?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying it earlier this week, the unit with Liam and BP, offensive line, tight ends, they're all vets and have a lot of experience with each other, so it makes it a lot easier for me to do my job, and it's a team game, so every person matters. Offense did a great job getting down the field, at least getting in scoring position. I'm sure they wanted to have more 6s than 3s, but hopefully they'll come later this year.
As a Peachtree City kid, I mean, what does it mean to wear the Atlanta Falcons logo on your chest?
Yeah, it's special. It's super special for me to be able to put on for the city of Atlanta, because I spent 17 years of my life in Georgia. So.
You were here last year, Parker, but now you're as an opponent with that crowd. What was that like? Because you heard it last year as a home team, and now you're.
Yeah, you could probably tell in the first one it was a little bit emotional. Barely snuck it in that left upright, but that was the kind of. I just needed to see it go through and settle down and keep my composure. And like I said, BP and Liam did a great job helping me stay calm throughout the game. Calm and composure. It's key.
Are you glad that the 54-yarder was the last one?
I really didn't even know how far that one was. No, you telling me was the first time I heard about it.
So at that point, you're just kind of locked in?
Yeah. I'm in the net, and then right after the end of third down, I'm walking over, and I see BP hold up 3. Then we're going field goal. And I'll go wherever he goes.
You can follow him wherever he walks on.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's what you get when you get 2 good vets. Liam and BP are great guys, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. So it's a great unit. We got a lot of great players on this team, and 24-hour rule we'll definitely celebrate and focus on next week.
Literally such a whirlwind of events for you, and you're brand new to this team, still learning your teamates' names. I saw that on TV just now.
Yeah.
But what have you noticed about this group of guys just in this short amount of time?
They're resilient. I mean, last week you want to win every week, and it's hard. It's hard to win in this league. Every team is very good. There's so many great players. So being able to focus in the building and just trying to get the win every week, that's the key. And I was welcomed in by so many people. So I'm excited to just keep getting to know them more and learn their names for sure.
Class filled out. What can you say about the fact that you guys are adding so much depth to this team defensively?
Yeah, I mean, just got a whole bunch of dogs. Me, Billy, JP, J-Walk. Defensively, like I said, we got a whole bunch of dogs coming in. We're hungry, so we're ready to just do our thing.
What was it like to say goodnight to the crowd after that pick?
It was real good. I mean, it felt good. First, like I said, first NFL win, first NFL pick, and just capitalize off the opportunity and tell people bye. It's pretty cool.
I mean, you're kind of a quiet guy, so to see that celebration for us on the outside was kind of surprising. I mean, what was that moment like for you?
When I step on the field, it's different. You got to have some swag. You got to do things like that, especially if I make a play like that. It's a big-time moment in my life, big-time moment for the defense or the whole team just to get a win like that. So I had to make sure Minnesota fans knew.